I just feel numb. My body feels heavy. There's an intense tension in the back of my neck that leads up into my head. My shoulders are up around my ears. It's just numb. Not really looking forward to the day. Just noticing where my breath is at. It's shallowing. Deep in my gut. Not much there. And technically, or I just don't have any energy to care about that. So they sink into that and start to bring my awareness to the breath that's in my lungs. Feels rough. It feels gravelly. But just talking about it and bringing my awareness to it gives it a little bit more space. So I drop my shoulders, both literally and with my awareness. I just soften, breathe into my shoulders so they can relax, relieving the tension, giving space to the back of the neck. And I don't want to do this right now more than I can say. It makes me angry. Don't want to feel this. Just breathing into the space that was created, and my shoulders came up with the release of that emotion. The gut has a little bit more space. Just letting that move, we've created so much more space in my lungs. So just continuing to allow the breath to come in and feeling the spaciousness and awareness of that. The depths of that sorrow, sadness dissipates pretty quickly. There's a little rumbling of anger underneath it. Maybe it's on the top, I can't tell right now. A little bit of grouchy. Just reminding my shoulders to be heavy because that's a protective posture. I know that as soon as that intensity rolls in, that they come back up. My neck shortens. That's that bracing that comes up when we feel that strong emotion. So just continuing to go back and forth with the breath, not a lot more breath. I have some upward energy now. That weight of my body is starting to lighten up a little bit. A lot more space in my lungs, and now I can feel my lungs, whereas before it was just in my gut. It was barely there. Still a lot of tension in the back of my neck. Probably because I've been in this posture for a few days, clenching my teeth at night. But now I have more energy. I'm feeling like the body's continuing to enliven and to energize. So checking on the numbness. There's still a presence of numbness that comes from between my chest plate and my throat. And the body just tells me where, when I think of numbness, where that might be or where that is. So it's a lot smaller. It's not taking over my whole being. And just allow myself to just poke around with curiosity, just checking in on my chest, breathing into that, breathing into my throat. So there's something that's in my heart that I don't want to give voice to. Or I don't feel like it's safe to give voice to, is the correct. Anyway, notice how we put it on us. There's something about whatever is there that I won't allow, the nervous system won't allow to come up through my voice because it's not safe yet. So I can create safety for me to voice it myself, to myself. And that, doing that, sorry, I'm trying to not let it, not circumvent it or lose it while I'm trying to explain it, but by giving it voice to ourselves and letting ourselves hear, it gives us space and allows the prefrontal cortex to come online so we can maybe find the circumstances or the language or recognize that it's really not that unsafe, that maybe it's okay that we express this. This is where becoming your own best friend, your own best ally, is the best thing we can do to further the maturity of the nervous system. Because it's usually a younger version that keeps us from these things. We didn't have the ability to process, we didn't have the words. So we left without that information and this understanding of how the body works and how to process it. We stay at that age in our nervous system. It's not anything to have an opinion about. It's just the way it works. So just talking about it and acknowledging it that it's there. The intensity is a lot less. It's a lot smaller. There's a lot less numbness. A lot more energy coming into the body. An uplift, like I'm starting to get excited about the day. So just staying with that. There's a little bit left in my upper chest and in my throat right here. And I'm just gonna move a depth to it, really deep. Just reminding myself to drop my shoulders. Like they crept up on me. And it's been what to protect. Tension in the back of my mouth is a lot less now. Still there. So what's coming up for me? Again, it's so hard to be sharing this and trying to explain it while I'm experiencing, but as you sit with the area that you're working with, you will have your intelligence, your intuition feeds your body, feeds you information. And the essence that I have, and I know it's true for me, is that in general, I'm a heart-centered person. And it's taken me my whole life to learn how to bring the heart stuff and to give it language and give it voice. So it's been a lifelong battle. And right now I'm going through just a mix of things. And so I just know that it makes sense that maybe something came up in my circumstances that I'm having a hard time voicing, don't have a language for. And that younger version of me is just like, let's just not say anything. So yeah, just saying that really just helps clear that out. So that's this point. There's a little bit left, but I'm energized. I've just changed my outlook on my day, feeling a lot more fueled. The body's in more alignment. I'm not having to fight the intense density and weight that is pushing down on my body.
And I have more creativity and possibility, availability in my mind, in my brain. So I think I'm going to call that good. Still holding this phone, my upper shoulder, the neck are still needing some attention, but that's a whole other session. But this is how it worked. Described how I felt. I went into the breath. And that's the hardest thing you're going to do is start because you don't want to. And allow myself to acknowledge that. I don't want to. And acknowledging it and feeling that you don't want to just gives you more space to feel however you feel. So what? So we breathed, and that little bit gave a little bit more space. And then I located and really allowed myself to be aware of where in the body I was experiencing this. And I stayed there and I let it unwind. And I breathed, a little more space, a little more space, a little more space. Let it unwind, letting move through the emotion, energy moving. Get my ugly cry on. And then it just unravels and you can express it. It gives you information along the way. What we're doing is we're uncovering our intuition, our intelligence. I got more information by not being so compressed, by allowing that space to be exactly where I was. It doesn't really matter. Who cares? I don't care if anyone has any judgment about what I've experienced or how I feel. Because letting it move, it changes how we feel and who we are because we're not holding something in. So, fluid, breathe, locate, unwind, rest. And I started not even wanting to begin this day. And within, what do I have here? 13 minutes, I'm ready to go. I'm feeling energized. I'm feeling an upcurrent of energy. I'm more connected with my intuition and intelligence. So here we go. Another beautiful day. Go get 'em.